Toxic. She call me toxic.
Yeah, I bet.
She call me toxic.
So cliche,
Swear I am not shit.
but I'm not though.
She call me toxic cause I won't simp out. Never get phased or react to a big mouth. She call me toxic.
She call me toxic.
She call me toxic.
Oh wow.
Welcome to a special edition of Sue Me Later. I'm your host, the villain with the most, Sean Bills. I have two lovely guests here.
Hi.
Hello.
Y'all can introduce yourselves. We can start with Toy.
Hey, my name is Toy. I'm out in Atlanta. Follow me on IG. I am Marley Girl or Talandra Ivory.
And my next guest.
Hi, what's up, everybody? My name is Shaya, out of Florida. I ain't giving my IG because I ain't active on there right now too much. I just be sending people a bunch of memes in their DMs, and I'm just here to my shit. Let's do it.
All right. So the first topic I wanted to talk about was those videos where the dude took his girl's money and bought a house without her knowing.
Whew.
Man, I
Why
don't
he got
even know where to
access to her
begin.
money?
We can start there.
I seen
'cause
that.
We can start there.
They're not married. I don't know why he got access to her money. Cause
Well,
man,
I can't even say that because you know what? Me and my daughter's father had a joint account together. It's not a good thing to do because my stimulus got taken. So,
oh no.
I mean, you just gotta have the trust locked in from go with that type situation. Cause if
Yeah.
y'all ain't married, what you
Yeah.
taking? What you taking, mama? What? And he bought the house, right? With her money.
Yeah, I think it was like 75%.
25.
Yeah, 75. Yep. Oh wow.
Man,
He just
all
made
I'ma
the
say
decision
is
like they were already married.
she handled that way better than I would have.
Mm.
Cause I'd have called my sisters. Like, look,
Oh,
this is
okay.
what happened.
Okay.
Brothers, uncles,
They'd have
nephews.
pulled up and blocked her in, and she would have just had to wear that because ain't no way.
Right.
He showed me the second video. I sent him a stream of of comments back like, what? Okay.
Yeah, because he was just gaslighting her, and I just like
Sheesh.
I don't think they vetted each other properly
Mm.
because
I wonder how long they've been together because this is definitely not the first time that he's done something
Right.
irresponsible like that, and that she let him. The first video was like, okay, I definitely understand why she upset, and she was like, I'm going to get a lawyer and all this stuff. But that's why I was like, hey, run me that second video. But the second video, I was like, ma'am, Miss Ma'am, like you might as well have not have got mad if you was gonna carry it like this. Because she was just like, if you stay in this house, we're over. And I'm like, y'all should have been over in video 1. Like, what are we talking about? What if?
And then go get your money back. Go like try to get your money. Like,
And that's the thing, she can't get her money back.
oh no, he would be in
Because
the ground.
the money was the earnest payment, and it's either you go through with buying a house or you forfeit your earnest payment.
Right.
So when he's saying you can't get the money back, they can't get the money back.
Yeah, he was. That was irresponsible. You used a
He
really
literally
good
closed on the house
word.
and gave him the keys, and she's not
And-
nowhere on it.
yeah,
I thought she was on it.
I don't think she is because
Oh no, I thought she was on it.
in
In the
order for
second
her to
episode,
close,
She says it. She said
yeah,
that in the second episode, she says that my name is not nowhere on it, and to close, you can't close if it's 2 people on there. Everybody has to sign to close because the loan is in both of their names.
Oh, that's fraud. That's fraud. He going to jail one if I don't hurt him first. Yeah, nah, I don't do no fraud, no type of fraud, none of that.
But see, the thing is not fraud because one, he had access to the money. He took her money, but he had access to the account. So he took money from the account. He used it for the house. He put it in. He basically bought himself a house with her money. Like, was it wrong? Absolutely, for not talking to her and stuff like that. But that's the relationship
So
side.
they had a joint account. They had a joint account. That's the that's the thing. Well, I mean, I can't really say if it's a joint account because it's something that can be done too. But with that, but Sheesh.
Unless he took it, unless
No,
he did whatever you talking about to take it. Now she might be
yeah,
able to get him on that, but as far as the
right.
house, he got the money. He just didn't put her name on nothing.
That
He
is so
gave him his money,
dirty.
and he was like, "She's staying here. Don't worry about it." But he was gaslighting her, babe. I was like, "Oh my
It's
goodness."
like, what do
Yo,
people get out of this though? What do you get out of doing that? Like, that's a
a
dirty
house.
person.
He get a house.
Yeah,
Stability,
he got
stability.
a whole crib.
He's kind of smart though. He's
I
smart.
was like,
He might have
yo,
been a
and he
genius, but that's
it
evil.
yo, the guy and me, like, I like to torment people. I like to poke the bear, but nah. When he was like, what he say? He said he was like, oh, you trust me to lead, right? You told me to lead, right? You don't trust me?
Yeah, that I was like,
Oh no. Oh man. Like I don't condone violence, but
I do. Whoop his ass.
she handled that way better than I would have. Because if the roles were
Yeah,
reversed, yo, I'm
right.
telling y'all,
because let
man,
me say
like,
He would have had his sisters on her.
but that's what
On
dudes
her.
say when they are really not the men they're supposed to be, and they're trying to act
facts.
like it. Like when you're a man, that's validated by the actions of your woman. Been there, done that. Like the woman's with the one with the money, the woman's the one with the car, the woman's the one with everything going on, and you have access, but you're not active in any of that. So that's
Hmm.
what you say. You trust me to lead, right? You trust me to
All
do
right, I'm
this, that,
back,
stuff. Nothing
y'all.
that's his.
I'm back.
That wasn't
Well,
his money.
that was her pick. You got to be picking people better than that. Like, what kind of fruit you picking? Like, I
Man.
mean,
And
she
that
got to take some type of. She got to. I don't care
mhm.
what
Yeah.
people do. You got to know something. You got to feel something. Come on, don't just
And
you
I
that blind.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't think that's the first time they've had a conversation
Absolutely not.
where he did something reckless.
Yep.
And because the way he was so calm and nonchalant about it shows me that he's done something
Yeah,
reckless like this before.
Really
and
She flipped out
he gonna be
and everything
forgiven.
was
Like,
good.
He like she'll
Yeah,
be
cause he
alright.
like, yeah,
She'll
mm-hmm.
be
she,
alright.
she gonna stay
She good.
here.
She'll be alright.
Hold on, I'm gonna unmute you,
You
bro.
mean
Hold on.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. Unmute yourself. You should be able to unmute yourself.
he's still talking.
we can't hear you.
Hold on.
Help him out, Bills. Help him out. You sound like you're saying
Y'all
something.
talking about the real estate zone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She wildin', bro. If you don't hear me, she wildin', bro. Like, why would you not want to live in a house? Like, what is you doing? Like,
But yo, think about it though. He took her bread and because she wasn't there when the house closed, she not on none of the paperwork. So it's technically his house with
It's
her
his
money.
house.
I would be all up in that house.
Nah, I
nah,
wouldn't be all
let me stop. Let me not be future and say. Let me not be future. I was about to say. Let me
Putting up
not
booby
be,
traps and all,
that sound like a
where he
win to
wouldn't
me.
even
You know
know.
what I'm saying? Like,
I
well,
told
that
I
ain't
told
even
Bills, I said, if I
bro.
can't get my
Like,
money
yeah,
back, then you
it's
can't live
fucked
in
up.
this
It's
house.
fucked up.
I
Hmm.
ain't
It's
getting my
fucked
It's
money
up.
gonna
back, and
be
this house gonna get burned to the
It's
it's
ground.
fucked
gonna be
up.
ghosts
It's
in there.
fucked
It's
up.
gonna be all
I
kind
ain't
of
got
It's
no
stuff in
definitely
money.
there.
fucked
You
up.
ain't got no house.
Exactly.
It's definitely
Yeah.
it's definitely fucked up though. Like I would I would definitely would have talked to my girl about that shit before just doing the move. You know what I'm saying? So I can't
Exactly.
even.
It should
You
have
know
at
what I'm
least been a
saying?
crib that
But
she liked or saw. Like, but the thing to me, he didn't want none of that. He didn't want her to be a part of the process. He didn't want her to see it because then, of course, she'd have been watching the money. He couldn't have took the money and did all that if
He got
she
to
knew
go.
anything about a house.
Word.
I think he wanted. I think he just used her. Like I don't know what they was going through before, but he was like, "Yo, this bitch crazy.
Hey,
You know
sis.
what? Let me
Look,
go ahead and
sis,
make
if
sure I
you're
secure my
watching,
future."
if you need me, sis, if you're watching
nah,
it, I got you. I got
like
you.
something. That's where communication come in right there. That's
Facts.
Right,
that's
absolutely.
where communication come in. Hey, shorty, look, I
Ain't
got
no
this shit on this
communication.
crib.
Hmm.
You got the bread. Let's get this crib. Like
You
let's
But
get
got
ain't
this
no
house. Like
communication
that's
if you
why
toxic.
would
That
don't
was
you
want
give
them
me
to
the
toxic.
same
know. If you don't
situation?
want
We get
if
a
you don't
house.
want to
Like we
talk to
get
them,
a
ain't no
house,
communication.
nigga.
If I'm trying to
Yeah.
sneak and buy a house,
Mortgage is
why am I
way
gonna
cheaper
talk to
than
you?
rent, my nigga. I promise.
Yeah, right. It is. It
Nah,
is. That's
facts.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
and that was my
Right.
thing. It wasn't even like he took her bread and like went shopping. This nigga took her bread and bought a house and didn't even put her
House shopping.
put her name
Put her
on it.
name on
Like
it.
she not even on it, bro.
Shopping.
And
It's
then,
not
yo,
her house.
She might.
it was
I wonder
crazy.
I wonder if she did something. Like what would trigger him to do that though? Unless he's just a dirty
But
dog.
at the same
Right.
time though, it's like, damn, like we did just get a house though. Like,
Ain't no weed.
Ain't no weed.
Legally ain't
There's no
weed.
weed.
He got that
good,
house.
Right.
like we
Yo.
There's
chilling
no
now.
weed. That's the problem.
That was the cause like yo
We ain't
Alpha,
gotta
I
worry
was
about
with you.
upstairs, downstairs, none of that shit, nigga.
Like yo
nigga,
Alpha,
like,
I was with, and he said that in the video too. He was like, we was in the slums, and I was
And he's
with
like,
you.
we was in the
But it's
trenches.
like, damn son, like you closed on
Yeah,
the house with her bread,
like,
but it was her bread and she not on the house.
And if she don't want to stay there and he want to stay there,
He could legally
Hey,
kick her
he
out.
can
They
legally
not
kick her
married.
out of a house that she
that's
paid
some
for.
city boy shit right there.
That is definitely some
Word.
city boys.
Absolutely.
That's some city boys.
Absolutely.
But y'all ain't up. Them that's not cool.
Word. So like, and then like, but before we started recording, I was telling him how like I watched the lead attorney, and he was going over Neo's divorce, and Neo was saying like, "Yo, I paid for this, I paid for that, I paid for this," like in his appeal to the divorce. But anything that's bought while you're married is fair game when they in a divorce. Like when you split up assets. Here's the thing: they not married. That shit not fair game, bro.
Right.
That's not.
That's his
it's
house.
Hey,
dirty.
look.
She got
I'm a
fucked
soccer
over.
player,
Like
bro.
he played
I'm
the
a
hell out of
soccer
her.
player, bro. My shit in my mama name, nigga. I don't know what you
Look,
gonna
people-
do after
look.
What
that.
I say?
Like,
What I say,
don't
Bill?
know what you gonna do after
What
that.
I said?
But my shit in my mama
What did I
name,
say?
nigga.
Okay.
Like,
Like people still doing dirty.
yeah, I'm about to
stuff.
get half.
Still?
No, you not, bitch. I'm broke as shit.
What we just talked about, Bills, before he came
Nah,
on.
that's facts. That's facts. Yo, you know, like I think like Warren Buffett lived like that. Like he don't have no income. That's how he duck paying taxes and all that. He
Everything
don't
is in
have
a
no
trust.
income.
Everything is in a
Yeah.
trust. Like, and the trust pays you.
I'm about to
That's
set
how you
stuff
protect
up
your
like
money.
that, yo. I'm about to set stuff up like that. I'm tired of paying Uncle
This is
Sam.
exactly why we need financial literacy in the communities, because
We
these
do.
people be like, the phrase is I'm broke, my business is rich. So when people think you got all this money because they see you doing stuff, it's your business is rich and your
Exactly.
business pays you. So your business can pay you what?
Yep.
10,000, 15,000, 20,000 a
Mhm.
month. You know what I'm saying? You be good, but your business and everything is worth 2.3 million and can't nobody touch it.
Hey yo, imagine running
Exactly. Like,
imagine running a
Be like,
multi-million
I'm
dollar
broke.
business.
In your
Imagine
Porsche.
as
running a
soon as
multi-million
I say
dollar
I
business.
do, nigga, everything going right to my mama shit, nigga. I don't care, nigga. Fuck that, nigga.
But
Yeah,
nah,
fuck
yo,
no. That
imagine
nigga,
running
that
a
nigga's-
$1 million
he's a
business.
legend, bro. Like, y'all don't understand. That nigga's a legend, bro. That nigga's a legend. Like, he put
Yo.
niggas on game. Like,
No,
oh,
no.
shit. Like,
Nah, he
oh.
did. Because Pete, what a lot of people don't talk about, a lot of people talk about, dude, I guess he has like some allegations against him, but
What
she
dude?
public,
What?
the soccer player.
Oh, okay.
So his soon to be ex-wife, she backed him. She was like, nah, he didn't do it, blah, blah, blah. But when she approached him, she was, I think, she was in her 30s and he was 19. So it's like, yo, if the roles were reversed and it was a man who was in his 30s and she was
Well,
19.
it was Marcus Houston.
Well, that was 17.
Right.
But
You know how much
yeah,
money
they don't
saved?
talk about that.
He saved
They don't-
all his money, bro. Come on,
And then,
bro.
like,
Like,
and
that's
then
the most.
I
That's
gotta
the most smartest chess move in chess ever, nigga.
facts.
Like,
And
what?
I got a homie who's
I
from
got you.
Tanzania.
You don't want to do a prenup? Bet I got you. My mama
And
name.
I got I got a homie who's from Tanzania and he's Muslim and he was like, yo, what he did is not out of the realm of what Muslim guys do. Like
That's why I
from the
don't want
Middle
them
East
up.
and
That's
from
why I had to stop
Africa.
dealing with them.
I was like, yo, cause yo, I know she got that news in the courtroom and little Asian dude popped out. Emotional damage.
You stupid.
I know for a fact, cause woo. Cause I was like, yo, ain't no way, man. But now that home buying situation, she handled that way better than I would have. Cause
I think
It's
she
like she
handled
probably
it
feel
way
like
better
she
because
couldn't do anything.
they've been there before. Like
Yeah.
they've been through this situation before. Because he's like, she'll get over it. It'll be all right, whatever. He was like, you can go. We're staying here.
Nah,
Like
that
he's like,
came
she gonna come
from
back.
that came from reading books,
He
reading
ain't
the
that
law.
smart. He ain't that. He might be
Like,
petty.
that came from like, nah, nigga, like, nah, bro, like,
He know how to. He
I'ma
definitely
get
know
this
how to be
bitch. She think
petty.
she gonna just leave? Shit, I got this bitch. Like, you got this bitch. Sorry,
That was
sorry,
my original
bitch,
thought. Like something happened,
like,
and then he like, okay, well, let me. Maybe she put him out before, cause them things be messing with people, and it's like he's like, okay, bet. I bet you I secure my future this time.
what's he gonna put him out? Oh,
That is hilarious.
no, she's saying beforehand.
Beforehand, I'm talking about
Nah,
beforehand.
hey, we talking about the home buyer.
Put out of.
No, we talking about the home
Home
buyer.
buyer.
The dude that finesse shorty out the house.
Yeah.
Money, bro.
the big
That
payback,
nigga
huh?
was
The
smart
big
as shit, bro. That
payback.
nigga said, I guarantee you, the minute she said I do, that nigga went right to the bank and said, yeah, put all this shit in my mama name right here.
I think I think it was beforehand. Because like I said, he was 19.
He been
was
putting
19.
stuff in his mama name because he was a kid.
Like, it's so fucked up that she gotta pay that nigga.
But it's not.
Cause
But
she
it's not
broke.
messed up though.
He
It's
broke.
not messed up.
He
It's
got
only messed up
nothing in
because she
his
thought
name,
she was
bro.
gonna get that
There's
boy.
nothing in his name. So now you want to divorce? All right, bet. Now you gotta pay me.
His mama smart though. His mama behind the brains of the operation.
Yeah, but see, when
And my
I heard
mama
it,
right. My mama
I
right
figured that's what
behind
most
me. You already
athletes
know the
do.
deal, nigga. I'm
When you
already
drafting these
on it,
boys
nigga. I'm already on
at
it, nigga.
18,
Like,
19, 20, they're young.
Yeah, their
Usually their
mom was in
mama is the
control.
solid woman in their life at that time.
Yeah.
So for him
and
to be
then
putting the assets in her name, it was probably to protect him from the business,
Absolutely.
the agents and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But then he got married, so everybody's like, oh, well, now that you're married and you're a man or whatever, you're supposed to be taking care of your wife. It didn't say that he never didn't took care of her. He was getting
you
paid.
know how many divorces would have been saved if niggas knew this shit, bro?
Hmm. Yeah.
and like you
Like,
see them soccer contracts. I know y'all see them NBA contracts. Them soccer contracts are over that. Soccer
Soccer is
players.
Soccer
global.
is what's
It's
up. Yeah.
global.
Yeah,
They know
soccer is
NBA
what's
stars
up.
and stuff like that, but soccer is global.
My
Money,
daughter runs
money,
track.
money.
I want to get her in soccer. I definitely want to do that. That's football.
That's a whole
It's
I
different
it's
just,
ball
it's
you
game.
know,
it's huge here in
I'm
Atlanta.
a
I'm telling
strong
you, it's
believer of
huge here in
common
Atlanta.
sense, bro. Like, common sense. That was some common sense shit. Like,
It really
why put
was.
shit in my name when I could put it in my mama's name and motherfucker can't do shit about it? Like,
And because he was 19, and I want to say she was like
They both were
31.
pretty young. They both was
Nah,
young. She was young too. 31.
my mama right
She
there.
but
she was young
look,
too.
Come on,
I,
right
I
here, her head
I'll be
down.
31 this year. There's nothing me and a 19-year-old has in common.
Oh,
Everything I make
good.
in life, get in
Definitely.
her name now.
She probably wasn't financially literate,
But,
you know.
She's an
She's
actress.
she's an actress. She's rich herself.
What's crazy
Yeah,
though,
she rich
she made
too.
her own
That's why she has
bread.
to pay him
She
because
made her
she
own
made
bread.
more. She
She
technically
was
makes more money
already
than
a
him.
millionaire. What?
Hmm
You
I don't think I
already a
got this one.
millionaire.
I didn't get
Why
this
you trying to
story.
take my money? You already
Yeah,
made
the
a
soccer
million.
player that put
Yeah, I didn't
all
get
his
that one.
yeah he became a professional soccer player when he was like 19.
Hmm.
And the woman that he married, she approached him at 19. They got married when he was like in his early 20s. I think he like 24 now. So
Yeah,
they got
I'm
married when
good.
he was like 21, 22.
It's a no for me. All
Yeah,
around.
she was like 31 at the time.
Yeah, pay him his bread then.
Bro,
Okay.
and she
You know
That's
how
it.
crazy this chess move is?
It's a
You
no
can
for
be a
me.
whole simp and still win, nigga. Like,
His mom was the one
yo,
that
I mean,
he got a
that
strong
shit
mother.
wild,
Cause
bro.
she
That's a
she
great
his
word.
mom
chess
made
move,
him do
bro.
that.
Like,
His mom's still running
oh
stuff. He's
god,
24
Yeah.
married. She's
Because
still running it.
nigga,
because
I
he
get
he
married. I could put everything in my mama name.
word.
Mhm.
And see when in them Muslim countries like that, like when you about to come into some money like that, like they're very family oriented. So even
Yeah.
in cause I talked to
But
my
how was
homie,
she even working? Cause they don't be wanting the wives to work.
she's
Nigga,
an
look,
actress. I don't know. Look, I mean in some countries the women
I don't
can
think the
work.
wife is Muslim.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what she
I don't
is,
think
but
she's Muslim, but he's Muslim. His mom is Muslim,
Okay.
and they take care of the children. But even over here, when these young boys play basketball and stuff, their moms are usually their managers or managing the money and stuff while they're young, and
shout out to Lamar Jackson.
you have to protect them from the groupies and from the agents and from the teams
Absolutely.
and coaches and all this stuff because
I feel
everybody's
like
ready to prime them.
I
So
feel
you
like
put in your mama name.
anybody like that don't really have the knowledge of what it takes to actually have a manager and all that shit for real, for real. Like because like family, like you're not supposed to put family with business
Mm-mm.
at all.
Yeah.
I just think in the beginning is who has your best interest
So
at heart, and it's usually your
Well,
mother.
when they young like that, I don't see nothing wrong with the parents being involved. Like what's her name? Kiki Palmer. Her parents,
like it's
Zendaya, their
cool,
parents are
Yeah.
involved,
it's it's cool when
Tia and Tamara.
like when they doing it at a young age
Yeah.
and then
Hmm.
you're there to manage
Right, absolutely.
what they doing. You know what I'm saying? But when they
Word.
Right.
get to that age to where they can go off the script, they ain't gotta worry about what the fuck you talking about rapping. You want me to rap and shit?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like,
Because
so
then
you
they,
gotta,
But
they
that's their choice. That's
you
because
their
know
choice.
what I'm saying? Like,
because
you can't do
he do
nothing
got a
about it.
point because some parents take advantage, like how
They
Britney
do.
Spears' father,
Yeah,
like Britney
absolutely.
Spears'
Absolutely.
father,
Lindsay
she she
Lohan.
just she just got her like her rights back to
Hmm.
herself, and she
Yeah.
like in her mid to late 30s.
No, Brittany about
It
40.
Yeah,
yeah,
she
it was
older than
like
that. Hmm.
yeah, it was like yo, she had to fight tooth and nail. She didn't have no control over any of her assets. She
Yeah.
was married, all that. She had no
Right.
control over her assets.
And he
She
got her
got
too.
kids.
She has
Yo,
it's
it
called a conservatorship.
yeah, yo, it was so bad. Even her younger sister had some say so over
Now
her
now I
assets, and she didn't.
understand now I understand why she flipped out the way that she did.
Hmm.
I'd have shaved my head too. I ain't even gonna hold you.
I ain't lying to you. Yeah.
But you do have parents who they
Hey,
don't
yeah,
know
you
what to do with the
funny
money.
as
They don't know
shit,
what to
bro.
do in that position, and hopefully there's somebody around who does that can counter that. But you can't really help that. But even so, if you have parents that don't know what they're doing, more than likely the kids are still going to trust them because they're their parents.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then at that age, the parents have a lot of say so too. Like 18, 19, when they be scouting some of these kids and stuff like that, and the parents say it ain't happening or it's not happening, you can't work with him unless you do it my way, until he gets of age or they get of age to make them decisions for themselves, they stuck.
You know what? That's a good saying because I don't know if y'all saw the movie that came out last month with Hold on, Alf. I'm gonna mute you for a second, man. Your background noise. But I don't know if y'all seen the movie Air, the story about how Nike signed Michael Jordan.
I
Oh
heard
no.
of it. I want
Yeah,
to see
I,
that.
I heard of it though.
Mm.
It's an amazing movie. It got Matt Damon in it, Ben Affleck's in it, Viola Davis is the
Isn't
star of the
Marlon
movie.
Wayne? Marlon
Hmm.
Wayne is in it,
Marlon
right?
Wayans is in
Hmm.
it as well. Um, Basically, Jordan is as rich as he is now because of his mother.
Hmm.
She's the one that came up with I want this up front, but I want equity for every shoe
I know that's
that
correct.
that he sold. He
I know
sells.
that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, and you got to think since what, 80, it was 84 he was drafted. Since 84, 85,
That's
every
39
shoe
years.
that's been sold, he
Mm-hmm.
gets equity off of.
And resold and resold and resold.
That's 39 years.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm. I just my
Yo.
baby. I hope she be a good track star.
And now that college kids could get the endorsements that they deserve, like the girl that played for LSU was an Angel Reese. Like she not even interested in going in the WNBA right now because she make way more money with her endorsements and stuff as a college player.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, and Alpha, if you got anything to say, you can unmute at any time. But yo, you seen that post I posted about how women were upset about the whole Ice Spice Teyana Taylor thing, but for the past 3 years, half of the players that get drafted to the WNBA, because the WNBA doesn't have enough roster spots, they get cut.
What was the Ice Spice and Tiana Taylor? I think I
They
heard a
were
little bit.
People were mad about them picking between the looks and
So
all that
basically,
Oh my
craziness.
God.
I be on top of this stuff. But so basically, the whole anger issue was the fact that men keep comparing black women to each other.
Exactly.
So it was ice like
She
men.
black.
Who
She
would you
black.
want?
Ice Spice.
Ice Spice is Nigerian.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
Okay.
she's
Oh,
okay.
okay.
black.
Okay. 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 Okay.
And she's from New York.
Okay.
And Tiana Taylor, she's from Harlem.
They
And
can't
they were
compare
comparing
them.
the two, and they look absolutely completely different ends of
Nothing
the spectrum.
alike.
Right.
They,
Nothing alike.
Tiana
So
Tiana Taylor could be foreign. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
so
Her
people was
facial structure.
wondering why they put them together, why we always comparing black women to each other to see who's
I
better,
agree.
blah
I
blah
agree.
blah. I remember his post and I put on there,
unmute,
I said,
bro.
weren't these just the same people that was comparing Jonathan
Unmute.
Majors and what is his name? Michael B. Jordan and Creed?
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God.
Like I
Unmute,
pay
I
attention
bro.
to
hate I
that kind
hate
of stuff. So,
comparing. I
you
hate
know,
I hate the comparing of women. I really do.
hmm
Oh God. I went through that back when I lived in VA.
hmm
I can't do it. I'm not like no other female. I don't look like no other female. I don't want to be like no other female. I hate when they do that to us. I despise that actually. Like don't compare me to
Look,
nobody. To
I
nobody.
I
honestly, I don't think it even be us. I think it be trolls. I think
Mm-hmm.
black people are so hypersensitive to
unmute.
stuff that I think
He's
it be white
muted.
boys or white women sitting behind these computers coming up with this
Mm-hmm.
stuff and they throw it out there and it goes viral and we
Right.
sit here fighting over it and then somewhere back they passing let's lynch them laws and all these laws and stuff that we be
Distraction.
missing
Distraction.
because when all the hype died down, then what you
Yeah.
see, well, this law
Distraction.
was
Right.
passed, was you paying attention, was this law
Right.
passed, y'all
Absolutely.
missed that, da da da
Yeah.
da, so I really don't. I'm like, do we really have this kind of time? Do we
Right.
really have this kind of time on our
Now,
hands
now I be on the
to be
internet,
comparing
but
Ice Spice and Tiana Taylor?
right,
Do
right, right, right. I slowed down from the internet, but I don't
we
want
don't
no
have time for
distractions.
this.
Yeah, I don't want no distractions at all. Because how is Trump back in the ring? And I'm just gonna leave that alone. I thought he was locked up or something, whatever.
We
But
don't have time for this.
right, absolutely. Yeah, but I like Tiana Taylor. I don't be bumping Ice Spice. I hear the songs, but
But the thing is, it don't matter. They both beautiful, and
absolutely.
the only thing, if you're gonna compare, then you need to big up both of them. It's like, okay, I like this one because of this, or I like that one because of that, which I feel is okay if you boosting both of them up. But you don't be like,
Hmm.
oh, Tiana Taylor, her face a mustard, she look
And
like a man. She
but
does.
this
It's the
could be
degrading part
promotion,
that's the issue.
and it could be just to get them some promotion, free promotion.
Oh, that's
They
Word.
they probably about to drop something, and somebody
mm-hmm.
put it out. We don't know it. Who it could have been. What the purpose of that was. Tiana got a new movie coming out, so
Oh, she do got a movie out right now.
yeah, you never know.
Unmute. He don't even realize he muted. Yo, you've been muted this whole time, bro. Unmute.
Can he hear us?
Can you hear us?
It looked frozen now. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
think
what's the
Alpha
question,
lit.
Bills? Where we at?
So I definitely want to take it into a more pressing topic about domestic violence, weeding out red flags, because domestic violence is bad on both
Mm-hmm.
sides. And it's something that not a lot of people talk about. You know, I mean, people talk about it, you know, when it's a man on a woman, not too many when it's a woman on a man. But I think a lot of these podcasts, they talk about the same stuff, the 50-50 masculine, feminine, you know, who sits in the front seat of the car, who gets their plate first.
Right.
I don't care about none of all of that.
Who comes first and the husband?
White
Yeah,
people
like
trolling.
I don't care about any of
Because who
that stuff
cares? Who cares?
because that's not my reality. I'm all for do what works for you. I mind my business. But seeing that story of the young man, because
Yeah, that's
he's
crazy.
young, he was only
Yeah.
22, and looked like the his girlfriend was 26, young, both of them young.
A lot. Yeah.
Seeing how he executed her out in broad
Brought
day.
that right
There's some mentals, really.
in front of her sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, her sister was driving by.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God,
That's
like,
so crazy right there. Oh God, that's crazy with
and
the sister.
and
She said she
and
couldn't even tell the mom. Like she didn't know what to tell the mom.
and knowing and after researching and seeing that he had a history of domestic violence allegations against him, and then he made some allegations against her. He didn't file any charges, but she filed charges against him. And I'm just like, a situation like that could have been avoided. And from what I saw, she went from Texas to Colorado because you know how they give it up in Texas. That governor is wild. But from Texas to Colorado, she went and had a procedure to terminate a baby and came back and he executed her and they believe that the baby belonged to him. But my thing is, I get why she did it. If you know he was an abusive person, and given how he reacted to it, you kind of say he probably wasn't. She probably wasn't lying. You know,
Emotionally immature, you know.
yeah, like she probably wasn't lying about him. You know, putting his hands on her because, come on, like I get it, and I have friends where they were the dude in a situation like that, and the chick was like, well, I don't want it. And they just went, got the procedure, and just didn't care about how the man felt. And it's like, I get, you know, the emotions and everything, but nah, that's not how you handle it. And if you was abusing this woman, the audacity of you to expect for her to bring a child in this world after you abused her. And she had other children too. That's the horrible part. She had 3 kids.
So
So
she
now
knew
those,
she made a decision she felt like she needed to make, you know.
yeah, and she had 3 kids. So now those 3 kids don't have a mother. But my thing is, if you go and you file charges of domestic violence against somebody, you should never be near them again.
Absolutely.
Apparently, he had a restraining order against her. I mean, against him. He had a restraining order, but there should never be any more contact. Like,
Exactly. It's
if
deep.
yeah, like
It was deeper
I
with him.
think yeah, things like that. And I want people to understand, like, if someone abuses you, I don't care if it's man or woman, woman or man, leave at that point.
Got to.
Do
Yeah, you have
not
to.
stay. And this is coming from someone who grew up not with my parents, but I grew up seeing a lot of domestic violence and just seeing the toll it takes on people. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. And that's a real big topic, like that I don't think is talked about enough because we so we so fixated on a lot of dumb stuff. Like, I don't care. I got my own bills to pay. I don't care who going 50-50. I don't care if the man is paying all the bills, if the woman's paying all the bills. They ain't paying my bills. Okay. I don't care. But stuff like this needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
Like, because that whole situation could have been avoided. And he needs, like, I understand, the emotional part of it with him, but he don't need to be out. Someone like that, I label a menace to society, and you don't need to be outside. Like, you need to be inside. They need to keep him inside. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I pay taxes. I don't want people like that outside. I'm
Okay.
sorry, because
I love that
nah,
you feel that way. Actually,
is
I had to call the authorities last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. They did not take what I was calling about seriously. They wanted it to be domestic. Is this domestic? I was calling about some trash in my yard. Like, somebody came and they did some stuff in my yard, and me and my daughter just moved into our new home, and nobody really knows where we live. So it was like they took things out of bags and put it in front of my, like, blocked my driveway for me to go out of the driveway. I moved it. I was able to get it. But when I made the report, he was like, "What you want me to do, ma'am? Is it domestic? Like, are you calling about domestic?" So Georgia,
that's
they
vandalism.
right. They take that seriously. They take domestic violence very seriously. I have been a product of domestic violence. They do take that very seriously here. I never really reported it. When I did call for help, it had happened like the day before, so they didn't do anything because I didn't call the day that it happened. It's with that situation, I'm just like you said, get out of it. Just get out of it. Like,
I,
it's not worth it.
I think, like she said, it has to be important to everybody. It has to be important to when you tell somebody, because sometimes the first people to not believe you are your friends. How many movies have we seen, like What's Love Got to Do with It, where they tell the family what's going on and nobody believes them, or he's a good man.
Bought the mom a house.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it's like, first of all, when somebody tells you what's going on, at the very least, try to get to the bottom of it, because people lie, but that still doesn't mean don't check it out. And then also, I agree with you when you say get as far as possible for that person, but a lot of these things happen when the person is trying to leave.
Right.
Like,
Absolutely.
when the person feel like they're losing control, they're losing their grip, that's when
Yeah.
they start to kind of snap.
Yeah.
And what do you do as a man or a woman when this person know where you work, know where you work out, know where the kids go to school, know where the
Right.
daycare is, know where your parents stay? Like, especially if you're in the same city, y'all grew up together, or y'all been around each other that long, it's like, how do you get far away? You probably have to change your whole life, and if you're not able to
Right.
do that, then you're still kind of stuck. Even though you might
Right.
not be in the same house with them, they can
It's
show up at your job.
scary. It's
They can show up in the
scary.
parking lot, parking garage, the
Yeah.
park where you take your kids to play. So you can get away, but are you really away, even if you're not
Right.
trying to have any interaction with them? And
Right.
then, as far
Nah,
as the young man's feelings towards the loss of his child, or the termination of his child, me personally, I don't think that's the case here. I think he could care less about that baby. I
Mm.
think it was probably more so the fact that he went to, she went without him. He didn't know where she was or what she was doing, something like that. And he came back because, now I understand what, like, a man who wants to be a dad and he feels like he has no control over whether his child lives or dies. That's extremely emotional. But like you said, Bills, that's not cause for murder, unless you
mm-mm.
got something going on up here.
Like,
Like,
going
you
on.
still need to
Yeah.
suffer the proper consequences. That's sad. That's unfortunate. But that don't give you the right to take her life.
Absolutely.
Him
Right.
taking her life ain't had nothing to do with that baby. It was the fact he had been abusing her. He had been trying to control her. The article said that he had isolated her from her family. So it was more about probably just her leaving and not talking to him, and what she, now in this case, and what she probably should have done that might have saved her life. 'Cause with the way, as violent as we was, who it might have been just a matter of time. She probably shouldn't have went to go see him that
What was
day.
she? What was
Word.
she doing? She was leaving from. Where was she leaving from?
That,
They lived in Texas, and
mhm.
she left the day before to go to
Yeah.
Colorado because
Yeah.
Texas has banned, you know, pregnancy
Yeah. Yeah.
termination.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she flew to Colorado to get the procedure done, had the procedure, and flew back.
Mhm.
And she
So he
flew
caught
back
her
in that
when.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she met with him the day she came back,
Yeah. She shouldn't
and
have did
that's
that. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they have it on video.
Unfortunately. Yeah. I mean,
And
I seen them walking. I was just trying to figure out, like, how did she
Yeah.
get with him? Like, how was they together? That's what I
And
was
who
trying
and
to
who's to
figure
say it
out.
wasn't like, I'm cool, I won't hurt you, I promise you,
Right,
just tell
right,
me what's
right,
going on, just come talk to me.
right.
And I've been guilty as a woman. You'd be like, you know what, okay, it'll be all right. I'll just go talk to him. We'll go to a public place. They were in the parking lot, broad daylight. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like, you think it's gonna be okay. He ain't gonna do nothing in front of all these
Right, right,
people,
right. Absolutely, absolutely. You just
you
never.
know.
People
So,
Right.
people are crazy. I hate
And
to say it,
so,
but
but I
people
don't think
are.
it had anything to do with that baby. I think it was just the fact that,
It didn't, like you said,
the
it
fact
ain't
that
have nothing to do
they
with
want
it.
to know where you are, who you talking to, who you with, why you talking to these people. You could go in the store and a man will walk by and, hey, how you doing? You know him? You been with him? Who is that? It's just
It's a mental,
it's and
something mental too.
it's
Like,
sad when people get caught up in that kind of stuff, because like, who's to say that she didn't try to get away? Her family knew. Her family knew all that she had done, and even apparently even they couldn't stop it. So